Long before tomatoes and potatoes ruled our plates, the Roman Empire fed itself with vegetables we've almost completely forgotten. Skirret, Alexanders, and rocket once filled the fields that built an empire, and some are still growing, quietly, waiting to be rediscovered. When we think of Rome, we picture feasts, wine, olives, roasted meats. But for most Romans, life was simple. A typical diet consisted of vegetables, grains, and legumes, lentils, chickpeas, onions, garlic, cabbage, and turnips. For the poor, meat was rare, and the empire's true strength grew in gardens, not kitchens. In the shadow of villas and temples, farmers cultivated an astonishing variety of produce, some now extinct, others hiding in plain sight. Let's meet three forgotten stars of the Roman diet. Skirret, Sium cicerum sweet, white root with a taste between carrot and parsnip. Romans boiled and roasted it, calling it the sugar root. It disappeared after the potato's arrival in Europe, but still grows in heritage gardens today. Alexanders, Smyrnium olusatrum, an aromatic herb that tastes like celery with a hint of pepper. Grown near coasts and monasteries, it was used in soups and stews until celery replaced it in the 18th century. Rocket, Eruca sativa rocket, or arugula, was considered an aphrodisiac, so potent that monks were banned from growing it in some monasteries. The Romans loved its sharp, spicy leaves. For the Roman elite, food wasn't just sustenance, it was status. Exotic spices from India, pepper from Arabia, and dates from Africa turned dinner into diplomacy. But in the countryside, small farmers fed the legions. These humble vegetables were the empire's real currency, portable, storable, and dependable. Legionaries marching through Gaul carried dried beans and onions. Their camps sprouted quick crops of cabbage and garlic. A healthy soldier meant a stable empire. Roman agriculture was both science and superstition. Farmers followed the De Re Rustica, manuals written by authors like Columella and Varro, detailed guides on soil, irrigation, and moon phases. They rotated crops, composted manure, and even tested soil by smell and taste. Many practices we call modern organics, composting, mulching, and green manure, were everyday Roman habits. In the heart of Roman villas were horti, small walled gardens bursting with herbs, beans, and vegetables. These weren't decorative, they were living pharmacies. Cabbage treated stomach ailments, leeks cleared throats, garlic strengthened the heart. Every plant had purpose. Writers like Pliny the Elder described over 100 edible species. He called the garden a second stomach of the household. Women often tended these gardens, passing down recipes and remedies across generations. So, what happened to these crops? Empires change, trade shifts, and tastes evolve. The fall of Rome shattered trade routes. New ingredients arrived centuries later: potatoes, tomatoes, maize, pushing old species aside. Some simply fell out of fashion. Skirret was too fiddly to clean. Alexanders self-seeded everywhere. Celery was easier to sell. Our modern supermarket shelves are narrower in history than they look. Today, chefs and gardeners are rediscovering Rome's forgotten foods. Heritage seed banks now preserve skirret and Alexanders. Some small farms grow them for restaurants curious about the past. Their flavors connect us across 2 millennia. Imagine tasting something a Roman farmer once dug from the same kind of soil. It's living archaeology. The Romans understood balance: crop diversity, soil care, and local food. Their world vanished, but their principles still hold. A strong civilization begins with strong roots. Maybe the best way to honor history isn't in museums, it's in our gardens and kitchens. If you enjoyed exploring the foods that built empires, subscribe to Ancient Ways. Next week, we'll travel north to discover the monks who saved Europe's seeds and the medieval herbs that healed kings.